Welcome to the space for transformational leaders to unleash their magic, see better client results, work lighter, and live source. Believe yourself, receive from source. I'm Darla LeDoux. I'm the founder of Sourced and author of Shift the Field. And this is one of our mantras here. The more you believe yourself, the more you'll receive from source. The more information, guidance, support, love, nurturing, knowing. We teach something here called your sourced magic. And your sourced magic is really how your inner knowing works. Source, God, spirit, the universe, collective energy, however you want to think about it, has your back and is here to support you moving toward your greatest expression and your soul's alignment on the planet. And sometimes we forget that. The main culprit of shutting down our own divine guidance is self-criticism. It's the thought that you might be crazy to think that, to know that, to want that, or to move in that direction. And it comes from being told we shouldn't want that, we shouldn't think that, and we shouldn't know that when we're young. And because we're told that, we start to self-censor and self-criticize before we can even hear what it is that we really want. In my work with our clients are amazing humans who are transformational leaders in and of their own right, meaning they're very good at going deep and seeing the truth. And when we get to the higher levels where they're really going from creating a business to creating a business that reaches more people, that's sustainable, that expands, that they can do while working less, when we start to go to those levels, the thing that I find over and over and over again that gets in the way is their own self-criticism or self-doubt. The fear, and I'll even call it terror, and by the way, I have dealt with my own terror. The terror of being wrong. What if I see, feel, know something, and I move in a direction and I find out I was wrong? I often tell the story of when I was young. I was about 5 or 6, and we lived in an apartment above my grandparents' garage. And I would spend most of my time with my grandmother. She was my social life, and we would go door to door visiting all the other old ladies on the street. In my perception, they were old. And one weekend, they all had grandkids visiting too. And so I was out playing with the kids, and I wasn't there to go visiting my friends, the old ladies. I started to feel like sad about that, and I really wanted them to be able to hang out with us and see us and connect with each other. And so I decided to create a swing set performance with the other kids, and we went and we invited all of the adults to come. And it all went really well. We actually made little tickets and we got money for candy, and it was all good. And then my mom came home at some point during the performance, and I was really excited to run up to her and tell her what I'd done. And instead, I overheard her apologizing for me, saying, "I'm so sorry about her. I'm so sorry you had to do this." And I just remember that feeling in my body of like, oh shit, I guess I was wrong. And when I share this story, so many people have their own version of what if I'm wrong. And by the way, what if I'm wrong ran my life for so long. It took me years to actually have the courage to start my business. And every time I go to a next level, it's like remembering to believe myself and remembering that what I see and know is possible in the world is real, because it wouldn't be coming through me if it weren't. Recently, we had a client retreat, and this was the theme for the retreat. This is a sentence, a direct quote that one of my mentors early in my business said to me. "You'll never know how right you are, Darla, until you'll let yourself be wrong." I wrote it down and I stuck it on a Post-it at my computer because it hit so deep and it resonated as so true. There's a vision that I had for my life and my business and my work, like a knowing, an expertise that's not just from this life, it's ancient. It's a soul knowing about what's possible, about what I'm here to do on this planet at this time. There's a vision and a way my magic works. That's what we call it here, my knowing. And so we can seek out other people, mentors, coaches, masterminds, colleagues who can affirm us and validate us. In fact, that's really important, and don't judge yourself for needing that. It's important. We can seek that out. And at the end of the day, no one can see what we see. It's ours, and it's ours to do, and it's ours to carry forward in our unique path. So we have to believe ourselves, because the more we believe what we see and what we know, the more we receive. If you're not believing it, right? It's like if someone gives you an amazing gift. Let's say someone gives you $1,000 and you're like, oh, I don't believe that. And you don't take it, how are you going to receive more? So if Source is giving you all of the guidance, but you're not trusting it, you're shaming yourself and you're ignoring it, why would it keep coming through, right? You're not going to notice it anyway. But the good thing is you can shift that. You can shift the field, you can open the flow, and you can begin to receive. And that's so much of the work that we do here at Sourced. I'm Darla LeDoux, founder of Sourced. I'll see you there.